Hi guys, it's Wombat, and a couple of weeks ago I was made aware of a Portuguese speaking guy who does videos of his haul on ETS and ATS, and the guy who made me aware of it asked me what maps he was hauling on for ETS, and it turns out that he was hauling on 3 different maps, or is hauling on 3 different maps. He is hauling on Puna, Peru, which is a map I've done, I think it is 2 reviews now. And he was hauling on a map called the Andes map, or Andes Peru, which is a map that hasn't been updated for either ETS 132, 33 or 34, so that's not something I'm gonna look into. But he was also holding on a map called Colombia by JhonDeath, and even though I had done a review of that map 11 months ago, I couldn't recognize any of the places he was holding on. So I investigated a little bit and found out that there is a lot of things that have happened over the last 11 months. To start with, the version of the map that I did a review of was for 130. It was 11 months ago. A lot of water have been flowing under the bridges since then. And it was the free version that I did my review on. And this time I have bought the map, because there is a paid version of the map, and it is, no surprise there, a lot bigger and contains a lot of new material and things you won't find on the free version of the map, because the free version is basically 3.1.6, the same version that I did my review on 11 months ago. And you won't find roads like this one on the free version. In fact, most of the things I'm going to show you today are things that you won't find on the free version. But let's start with some of the hard facts about this map. It is a standalone map, so it requires its own profile. It's a map on the 1:1 scale, so a kilometer here is a kilometer in real world, and what takes you an hour to haul in real life takes an hour to haul in here as well. And the total number of kilometers on this map is around 1500 at the moment, which is equivalent to some 30,000 kilometers on a regular 1:19 scale map, a standard map. But you won't be doing these 1500 kilometers in anywhere near 15 hours, because as you can see right now I'm not doing anywhere near even 50 kilometers an hour, and for the most part you won't be doing much more than 60 kilometers on any part of this map. So if you're really clever about it and manage to haul on not in one or any place at all on the same piece of tarmac or gravel, you could potentially make this map and complete it in 30 hours. But that is all a theory. In practice you won't be able to complete this map in anything less than a week, and that is if you don't have a day job to take care of during that time. And even though it looks pretty empty right now, there's no traffic around me right now, this map does not only contain these types of roads, there are a lot of traffic here, and the traffic isn't European, it is Colombian or South American. Because the map contains South American traffic, South American trailers, both in traffic and available for you to use for hauls. The map also includes a lot of trailers that comes from American Truck Simulator, as well as trucks both in traffic and for you to haul in, like the Volvo I'm hauling in right now, from ATS as well. It has its own physics, and it includes some sounds for the trucks, for better or worse, that you can't really remove. They are part of the map. And it is a paid version, and I hope you're sitting down. The map costs $12 per quarter. So that means that you get this map and all the updates for it for 3 months if you pay $12. And then you will have to pay another $12 to get an additional 3 months of updates. So if you continue to pay for this map 4 times a year for 2 years, you're up to $100, which makes this probably the most expensive map I've ever used. And to be completely honest, I paid for 3 months and I will pay for 3 months again, but I won't do that in 3 months. I will haul on this map and what I've paid for as long as I can, and when I can't do that anymore, I'm completely honest there, I will probably wait a long time before I pay another $12, because after a couple of years you've paid more for this than you ever had to pay for both the ETS and ATS game and all the DLCs. So the price is pretty bonkers, but by God, look at the map you get for the money. I'm not saying that it's worth it, but this map is the best looking South American map I've ever hauled on. Not all over the place, there are a lot of places that are very, very old, and JhonDeath has learned a lot about how to make maps since he started doing this one. The older parts of the map, to be honest, aren't very good looking, but these days he have a ton of experience, and the landscapes are in many cases some of the best landscapes you can find on any map, not only South American maps but maps anywhere. And they are pretty unique, as I'll show you in a little bit. But before I go on and show you how unique the looks of this map is, we're gonna go through how you set this map up. And the first thing we need to do is make a name for ourselves. I'm gonna call myself Wombat JhonDeath Colombia. I can't put that long name into the profile. Let's see, JhonDeath.col or just JhonDeath.col, that will do. Add a picture, preferred truck design, a company logo and a company name. And before you press the create button, go to the mod manager and add the 4 mods that are included for this. And at the bottom you add the 321 file, above that the 128 file, the 28 file, and finally at the top the 228 file before you press the confirm changes button. And then, very importantly, you change the playing module to Colombia.dev.mbd, and if you don't want to use it, you remove the use Steam Cloud before you click the create button. And then you skip the wizard, let the game load for a little bit before you then get to select your headquarters. And don't mind the background here, you won't see that too often, but here is a quick overview of what is included. And I'm going to use the default city here, so confirm selection, skip the tutorial, and the game loads for the last time and you're on your way. And what you then end up with is a map that looks something like this. Exactly like this, to be specific. We have the parts that are included in the free version, which is something this part here, just about that part there, and this part here as well. You do have the city of Cali on the free version, but it is located up here somewhere. So the map, you can't really recognize the map from the free version other than some of the city names. But then for the paid version we have not only one paradero, we have two paraderos, don't ask me why, and the road up to Puerto Carreño. We have the city of Cali, as I mentioned earlier. We've now added this road here, and this is not a hidden road, it's just, there you go. We have a lot of roads looking like this. This is a repeating themes on, I think, all South American maps these days. Of course, a ton of fun to haul on. More of that over here. And of course, Gutierrez here definitely has it. All this has roads like that. And so does Santa Lucito. So there is, and as you can see, there's a ton of roads I haven't discovered yet on this map. One certain thing about this map is that I will be doing live streams of it. I just have to. And I think you're gonna love it. Of course, the map isn't only beautiful, narrow roads. There are larger cities like this one here. Not a lot of tall buildings and not a city like the cities we see in Europe, but cities like these are pretty common. And the cities, obviously, then, like the rest of the map, is 1-to-1 scale, so some of these cities feels like they never end. You just keep on hauling for what feels like hours even through cities like this, and in this case using a very, very old DAF by XPS then, of course, the DAF 95, hauling 55 tons of transformator behind me, uphill. It's gonna take a while, but hey, there's a lot of fun in that too. And there are, of course, really, really big highways, like this one that contains 4 roads, 2 in each direction, 3 lanes on this one, and just to the left of it there's another secondary road with another 2 lanes on it, so 5 lanes in each direction. Really, really wide highways like these, found in some places as well. There is also a really, really long road from the older parts of the map, open steps like this with, it seems like someone just poured a ton of green ketchup all over the road. I'm not a huge fan of this part of the roads we have, and this is something that is included on the free version of the map, so obviously this is a very, very old part of the map from version 130 or possibly even older than that. But to me the best thing with this map are the roads like this one here. They are truly epic in my opinion, and parts of these roads, as I mentioned earlier, are among the best looking roads I've ever seen on any map, really. Really, really beautiful, as you can see. I just wanted to stop and admire the views so many times during this haul and other hauls as well, because it's breathtaking. And of course, that is what you should expect, considering how much this map is going to cost you. Because that is the only, from my opinion, downside with this map, the pricing. It is bonkers. Hopefully in the future it will be cheaper. Of course, if you, like me, are going to haul on this map, perhaps for a few weeks, once a year or a couple of times a year, it doesn't cost you $50 per year to haul here, but it's costing me $12 for these first 3 months. And if I'm gonna play this again during winter, I'm gonna have to pay another $12 for it, because we are in April right now. So if I want to haul here in, say, September, October, November, I'm gonna have to pay another $12 probably, because there will be version 1.35 out pretty soon. By the end of this year we should have version 1.36 and possibly 1.37, and at some point this map won't work, so I will have to pay for an upgrade. So that is gonna happen, but right now I have paid for it. I spent $12 and I am in no way regretting that at all, because these roads. So that is just about all I had to say about the map today, and I'm gonna finish off with just one rather long flyover of some of the map to give you an impression of what you can expect if you buy this map. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try this map out. You won't regret it. And if you're not ready to pay yet, wait until you see me doing live streams here. Until then, take care everyone. Bye bye.